It's widely regarded that there are 7 fundamental movement patterns when it comes to exercising the body. So this 5th workout focuses on the push. Hi everyone, and welcome to Exercise for Health. And this video is part of a mini series of 10-minute workouts where each one places an emphasis on a movement pattern. This one will be performing exercises that fall under the banner of the push, which is generally moving your hands away from the body, either horizontally or vertically. This can be done as a workout on its own, or you could use it as part of an exercise program for the muscles that work the upper body. To take part, you will just need a bit of space to exercise in, a chair to sit on and to use as a support, and a pair of hand weights. As always, not all exercises will be appropriate for everyone. Therefore, if you're unsure, check with your healthcare professional first, or if any of them cause you pain, just avoid it. So get yourself ready and let's go. Right then, we're going to do 6 sets of this pushing movement. We're going to do 1 minute for each exercise with a 40 seconds rest between each one. And this one you're going to feel predominantly in the muscles of the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps on the back of the arms. So the first exercise we're going to do is a close hand wall press. So this is where you want to make a triangle shape with your hands. And then you're going to place your hands slightly lower than shoulder height on the wall, so your hands are flat. Feet about a shoulder width wide, and then the movement then is to keep the body in a straight line as you bend the elbows, chest goes towards the hands, and then you push yourself back out to arm's length. So we're just getting this motion, keeping the elbows down relatively low. Ready? Off we go. So nice, slow, steady movement. Keep the elbows down. Don't let the elbows go out too high as they're bending. We want to make sure that they come in close to the ribs, as your chest should be going towards your hands. So if you find that your nose is going towards your hands are probably a little bit too high on the wall. So keep them relatively low down. Nice, slow, steady movement. And this one you're going to predominantly feel on the triceps on the back of the arms. That's halfway through. So as you're moving in and out, try and think about keeping your body in a complete straight line. So you're not letting the hips sag forwards. You're not keeping the hips back behind you as your body's going in. So it just moves as a one complete unit. Good, should be feeling that on the back of the arms by now. Last couple of seconds. Good, okay. Right, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to do dips, but this is where you're going to need your chair or your support. Now for this particular one, I want you to, when you've got your hands on the chair or the support, I want you to turn your hands outwards. What that'll do is it'll just help support the shoulders a little bit as you do the movement. So I'm going to sit myself on the edge of the chair, hands are going either side of the hips with the fingers pointing outwards, and then you just walk your hips off the actual chair itself. So I've got my feet flat on the floor, and then the movement then is to bend the elbows, dropping the bottom down towards the floor, and then push your arms back up straight. You can make this harder by moving the feet further away from you if you need to. Ready? Off you go. So nice, slow, steady movement again, like we did with the first exercise. You don't need to lower too far on this one because it does put a lot of stress through the shoulder. Just try and limit the range of movement a little bit so you're not overextending that shoulder joint too much. But make sure, say, keeping the elbows pinched back, so you're trying to squeeze them together as you're dropping the hips down. And make sure you get your arms completely straight at the top, that's halfway through. Again, this is another one you're going to predominantly feel on the back of the arms, the tricep muscles. So if you're finding it's getting a little bit too much, you can bring your feet closer to you. That'll provide a little bit more support and less weight through the arms to make it a little bit easier. But if you want to make it harder, you can have your feet further away. That's too much. Good, last couple of seconds. Good, okay. Right, come at that one. So the next one we're going to do is where you're going to need your hand weights, your dumbbells. And we're going to do a seated 4-point press. So for this one, I'm going to sit myself right back into my chair because I'm going to actually lean back slightly into the chair and use the back of the chair as a support. The start position is like you've just finished doing bicep curls, and the 4 points are, we're going to rotate the shoulders to take the fists out to the side. That's 1. Press above the head is 2. rotate back in 3, and then bring it back down in front of the chest 4. So that'll be the 4 points as we go through the movement. So set yourself up, lean back slightly if you can. Off we go. So 1, out to the side. 2 is the press. 3, bringing them back in, twisting, and then 4, back down to the front. 1, 2, elbows in, 3, drop back down to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now as you do that first part, taking the fists out to the side, don't feel that you've got to try and take the elbows out really wide. They'll be out on a slight angle, just beyond sort of 45 degrees, but don't feel that you've got to try and get your elbows out as wide as you can, because we're just going to work more into the shoulders for this particular one. So control that movement, rotate, press, rotate back in, and then back down. Good. Last couple of seconds. Good, okay. Right, pop your dumbbells down. So the next one we're gonna do is a push-up. Now you can do this one on the floor if you feel confident enough to do that for 1 minute. I'm not gonna do that. If that's too much, you can do this one against the wall, or we're gonna go somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna use the chair as a support. So I'm gonna have my hands on the front of the chair, feet back behind me, so my feet are about shoulder width wide. Again, trying to keep the body in a straight line as you take your chest towards your support, towards the floor, towards the wall, and then push yourself back up. If it does get hard and you're doing it on a support like I am, you can always drop your knees. If you're on the floor, drop your knees to make it a bit easier. So set yourself up and off we go. So chest to the support, push yourself back up to arm's length. So make sure those elbows don't go out too wide. So we're not trying to take them up really high. Keep them close to the ribs as you're lowering your body towards your support or towards the floor before you push yourself back out. Now, because we're halfway through, you should be feeling that on the back of the arms, a bit more into the chest on this one. This is a bit tougher, this one. So I'm just going to drop my knees to make it a little bit easier. Go into what we call a 3/4 push. So if you're finding it's difficult and you're not standing, then you can drop your knees down to make it a little bit easier, just so you can keep the movement going for the full minute. If you need to stop and shake your arms out, that's fine. Last couple of seconds. Well done. Okay, right, the next one. We're going to do this one standing, and you're going to need your dumbbells again. So we're going to do a standing overhead press. Now, you've got the choice of either having your feet a shoulder width wide, or what I prefer is to stagger my feet 1 foot forwards, 1 foot back, just to provide a bit of support for my back. And you're going to start with the hand weights just either side of the shoulders, and the movement then is to press the weights above the head and then straight back down until they come to the side of the shoulders. We're trying to keep the elbows not right the way back, just slightly further forwards on a bit of an angle. So set yourself up, dumbbells up, and off you go. So press above the head, slowly back down. When they come either side of the shoulders, press again. So we're trying to create as much movement as you can, bringing them lower down, rather than just coming down halfway. So all the way down as far as you can, and then push straight back up. Again, another shoulder exercise predominantly for this one. And again, you're going to hit those muscles on the back of the arm. So as this is the 5th one, the muscles on the back of your arm should be hurting by now. Good. Make sure you breathe in with the movement. So breathe out as you push, breathe in as it comes down. Nice, slow and controlled. So remember, it doesn't matter how many we do in this 1 minute. It's going to be somewhere around 10 to 12 anyway, but it should be slow and controlled. Last few seconds, see if you can get one more. Good, brilliant. Okay, pop your weights to one side, we won't need them again. So the last one we're going to do is a bit more of a cardio exercise, but it's still using the pusher movement because we're going to be doing some shadow boxing. So I'm going to start with my left foot forwards, bringing my fists up in front underneath the chin, and we're going to go jab, jab, cross. So basically, if I've got left foot forwards, which is what I call an orthodox stance, I'm going to go left jab, and then right cross, and then reset and start again. So I'm going to go 1, 1, 2. Reset. 1, 1, 2. We're going to do 30 seconds like that, and then we'll switch the stance to a southpaw stance, so we do it on the other side. Ready? Off you go. 1, 1, 2. Left, left, right. Allow your back foot to pivot on that third punch there, and that will just help you to bring the hips forwards. Now the muscles in the shoulders, the chest and the back of the arms are going to be really fatigued by now, because this is the last one. But because we're not doing this against any resistance as such, you can try and generate a bit more speed and a bit more power if you can. So if you can start moving around, you can move around if you want to. 1, 1, 2, move around a bit. 1, 1, 2. Let's change to the opposite side. So now I'm going right, right, left. Got right foot forwards. So what we call a southpaw stance. You could do a bit of ducking and weaving if you want to. So going 1, 1, 2, front, front, and then backhand. Get that pivot on that last punch with that back foot. Last couple of seconds. Good work, well done. That completes your pushing workout. I hope you enjoyed this push workout today. If so, please give this video a like by clicking the thumbs up button below, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Look out for the 6th workout in the series next week, but I will put them all together in our workout playlist, which you'll find the link to in the description below. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay active and keep moving to feel better.